While sunbathing on the beach, the woman noticed something strange. She initially wanted her husband to lie down and enjoy the sunshine with her, but he insisted on going for a swim in the sea. At first, Annie didn't think much of it. However, when she woke up, she discovered that her husband had vanished without a trace. Upon checking her phone, she realized that 3 hours had passed. Anxiously, she asked a nearby couple if they had seen her husband, but they said they hadn't seen anyone else. Annie began to panic. Even more strangely, her husband's phone was also missing. In her anxiety, she immediately called her husband's number, but after ringing for a long time, no one answered. Feeling increasingly uneasy, Annie quickly put on her clothes and rushed back to the shore. She then sought help from the local rescue team. She suspected that her husband might have encountered an accident in the sea and showed them his photo. Realizing that someone might have drowned, the lifeguards immediately took a speedboat to search the surrounding waters. However, despite searching for several hours, they found no trace of her husband. With no other options, Annie went to the police station to report the incident, but after hearing her description, the officer couldn't help but laugh. He explained that the currents in this area are very stable, and there has never been a drowning incident here. After taking down her information, the officer advised Annie to return to the hotel and rest. Suddenly, the hotel phone rang unexpectedly. Annie thought it might be her husband calling and hurriedly answered, only to find it was just a routine inquiry from the hotel. Her husband's mysterious disappearance left her feeling uneasy. They had come here to celebrate their 5th wedding anniversary, but now this unexpected event had occurred. The next day, she went early to the place where her husband had disappeared, hoping for a miracle. However, after waiting for over a month, Annie, a university professor, had no choice but to return to her teaching duties. To her surprise, a new male student in her class turned out to be the lifeguard who had helped search for her husband. After inquiring, Annie learned that the boy's name was Jack. He had previously worked a summer job on the island and happened to be assigned to this university. Upon learning that Annie's husband was still missing, Jack frequently approached her, deliberately creating chance encounters. He would dine with her and even invited her to concerts. Annie quickly realized that he had feelings for her. However, she firmly believed that her husband was still alive and couldn't betray him. One night, while watching old videos of her husband, Annie noticed a woman in red who frequently appeared beside him. Their relationship seemed unusual. Although there were no intimate actions between them, their gazes conveyed a special emotion. Annie had never seen this woman before, nor had her husband ever mentioned her. Could her husband's disappearance be related to this woman? At that moment, the police station called.